and I'm going to combine it with week 8 because week 7 has just gone to pot again. Sister's gone on holiday, so I'm walking my mum's dog and her dog. It's been my mum's birthday and she wanted taken out for the day, so I'd planned to have a couple of days rest after that 15-mile walk that turned into 16.5 mile on Sunday. So I plan to have Monday and Tuesday probably doing not an awful lot. Excuse the dogs again, always barking when I'm on this video. So next week, this week I'm going to use my rest week, and next week we're back to week 1 of training and going to get stuck in. In the post, my bands have come. So I've got, show you, there you are. They're all different thicknesses, so they're all different resistance, so I can do my new training session that I've been wanting to do. So we'll see how things go for this week. Probably just the park run. May do something tonight if well, I've got to walk my mum's dogs, you see, at 6 o'clock, and that's messed everything up because I've not been able to go to Smilers, I've not been able to go to Arias or anything. So another disaster of a week, but I'm going to get in the garden while I can before it rains again, because we've had a lot of rain. It rained solid for 24 hours, absolutely hammered it down, so things are just not getting done. So I will add this week's video onto next week's, because there's not really much to show this week. So see you later. Week 8, right. Slight problems again. I've had a poorly puppy, I've had to keep going to the vet, things like that. But Monday I went out running with my friend and we did 10 mile. So that's my first proper ever 10 mile. I've done 10 mile once before with my dog and a group of friends, but I did walk the last, well, I don't know, about a mile or so back in because I couldn't run anymore. And it was very hilly in places. So I would say this is my proper ever 10 mile, and we did it in 2 hours, which I think is really good. Yesterday I went out and did about 5 miles with two of my dogs free running, but he's a bit of a pain actually. He likes to keep coming back and biting you as a collie. What do you expect but to be rounded up if you're moving more than walking pace? He did settle down. He did decide to have a big long swim down the river, so I ran about 1 kilometre down the side of the river, and he swam it down the middle, but it was a bit warm, so I had to keep stopping and waiting for him, messing about and checking he were all right when he decided to swim down the river. But then after that he did settle into running quite nicely and not barking at me. So I probably would have done it a bit faster and probably gone a little bit further if it weren't for the dog and meeting people that wanted to talk to you with other dogs. So now we're on Thursday. Tuesday, in between the 2 runs, I just did a few stretches, a few exercises, a bit of weights with the arms. So today I want to put a heavy gym day in. I want to do some with my new bands. I want to do some exercises with these. I want to do some skipping. I want to do some jumps and some drills, and I am going to put a session in on the bike. I've got a video that's like a bit like a spinning type video, but it's more designed to be for a race bike, for a road bike type exercises. What else are we doing? Maybe tonight I might go out and do a run, but I want to put a really heavy day in today. I've got to up the game, and I've got to be exercising for longer in each training session. So normally I've been doing it is just going out on a run or just done a gym session. Now I'm starting to want to put longer sessions in, so 2-3 hours work, or a split session, hard in the gym and then an easy run at night, things like that. I've got to start upping my game if I'm ever going to be ready for this ultra. So I'll film as much as I can, but I'm not quite sure what I can film. It's a bit awkward sometimes trying to film things and make it look interesting. Right, ready for my gym session, but before I go and start, I thought I'd show you these. I'm experimenting with toe socks for running long distance, so we'll see how they go. Never worn toe socks at all, never mind for running in, but they do say that you get less blisters on really long distance running, so I'm going to give them a go. I've got my stuff out for my training, and I just need the skipping rope, and we're all ready for the first part of my training session.
Twenty minutes later. Moments later. Eternity later.
Some of the drills I needed a lot more room for, could have done with going on the field, and a lot of the exercises I'm not very good at yet, but I'll get there. It's all designed to increase your leg strength, so you spend less time on the floor and more time in the air when you're running, so you kind of bounce off your feet when you land when you're running. But whether it will improve my running, we will see. This exercise is to use muscles that you don't normally use. So normally you concentrate on your hamstrings and your quads, and some of these exercises that I've been doing are to help with the muscles down the sides of your legs and little muscles that you don't use very often.
skipping again. I'm getting a lot better at skipping. I can go for longer without stopping. Well, it's not actually stopping because I'm out of breath. It's tend to kind of lift my arms slightly or move my arms out of position, and then the rope catches on my foot. It's very difficult to keep your hands in the exact position.
Well, just done my first lot of exercises and drills, and I've just put my heart rate monitor on, and I'm going to switch on my Garmin, and I'm going to just gently spin my legs on my bike until my heart rate drops down. So I'll have a look what it is. 108. No, it's coming down. 116 now. 115. Look, it's dropping all the time because I'm actually stood here at the side of the bike, not doing anything. So it's dropping nicely. Look, really coming down. So that's what I need before I start my turbo session on the bike. So I wonder if you can see this. There we are. So this is for if I'm in a race. So all the information, if I set it onto this one, all the information that comes up on the screen will be what I need to see if I'm in a race. That's for my road bike, my Carrera. That's just my bike during, so if I'm bike during. That's for my Voodoo, my mountain bike. And this is for if I have got my bike on the turbo trainer, and so all the information I need if I'm on the turbo trainer, because when I'm on the turbo trainer I always have my heart rate monitor on, and it does the sensors for the cadence and speed, cadence, heart rate monitor. So I've got all them type of things set up. So as soon as I press start, like that, I've got the wrong screen on. And get the right screen on. There we are. So these aren't working at the minute because I'm not moving the bike, but you've got the cadence, time, and heart rate monitor. And I don't know if it's got a heart rate monitor there just on its own if I wanted it just on its own. But they're the things I just like to see when I'm on the turbo trainer. So how long I've been going, the cadence and the heart rate monitor, because they're the things on the videos that I watch that they tell you to keep your heart rate to certain things and your cadence to certain things. So that's what I need to do. And then I just press stop for when I've finished, and ride and discard because I don't want to save that. While I'm waiting for my heart rate to come down before I get started, I forgot to tell you about my weight. I've come down to 11 stone 3, so that's really good. So my bike video's just started, so hold on, I'm gonna have to go. Right, I'm going to do a 30-minute turbo session, but it's not going to be, it's going to be more like a hill type climb. If you look at this, I'm going to be cycling and watching this nice view as we go along, instead of it being like in a spinning room where I normally do. We're going to do something different for a change. And looking at that, we'll be going up hills, which is what I need to do. I need to do some hill training. So before I start, I'm going to dry my face and put my towel over my bike because if you can see, because I drip all over it. I've got my drink, so we ready to start. My heart rate's down to 122, so just like our other videos, apart from watching yourself climb up Sacalobra, you're also going to see some on-screen graphics. Below the video, you're going to see a profile of the effort that we'd like you to make. You'll also see how fast you are. Well, just over 30 minutes later, I'm done. Totally tatered, just above 5 mile, average 11 miles per hour, but it was more an interval, so we was doing hard uphills with small sprint sessions. Now I've got to sit here until I've got my breath back and I can move. So I'll see you next time. Here you can see the data from the Garmin after I did my workout this afternoon. So I can see my heart rate, my speed, my cadence. When analysing my heart rate, I could see that my heart rate came down quickly after each effort. So that's a good sign. It means I'm getting fitter. The quicker my heart rate comes back down to a decent level after a hard effort, the better. I found this on Strava and it logs exactly what I've been doing over the month. So I was quite interested in it actually, to see what I've been doing. I could actually see where I'd been ill when I'd been doing much, and I can see where I've just started to increase my exercise, and then where I've actually pushed and done a lot more heavier training sessions. Especially in August, I can really see a difference. This is last week's training. As you can see, I did a lot of running. I did about 34k, and I know I'm swapping to miles now for the bike, but about 5 mile on the bike. It was a turbo trainer, and the gym sessions aren't on here because Garmin don't track your gym sessions. My 10-mile run is split into two because my Garmin stopped halfway round. It seems to lose its signal in the woods,